Thing I know you to say. You and your friends, boom, got everything. But I want everything. Sometimes I get this one, I tell her to be positive. Come to my house, what you eat and you drink. Go to money, what you got said about me. What did they say? And they cannot in the two. And like be everything, that what we do. So no despite the better we can kick it while we knocking glass. Nobody can believe it. Yoko, get on the floor, tell them what we do. Everything is something that we produce. Here all day, make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend, yeah, let them use their play. I'm up for my law, soon as they pray. When chicken say, it's all gossip. As soon as they pray, when chicken say, it's all fussing. Dawa every day activities. 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 We for the panties upon another team. You are both it's not more happening. How you need it? Man, of marvelous. Saka, I'm more than Saka. You won't get my own car and you need it. From my then you whatever back or let to see another day. Oh, my, what that's so I have to celebrate. Never do by you, say the toad, yeah. Never get by you, they the toad. My poo, my dear, what I do. The passer by your mother, the car, we are playing. But my dear, leave for one chat. I step up on your one and they track it. I'm worried that you want to say, and it's your lead, but my let me know. Say my body, you are chill, shaka, up your wasn't here more. Sunday, we call it Sunday to Sunday. What's the one? When chicken say, it's all classic. As soon as they pray, when chicken say, it's all fussing. Dawa every day activities. 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 Go. If you're behind, I got you, yeah. Go. Keep it in, yeah. The elephant, catch the elephant. Want to start my hustle soon. As soon as they break, if you can't wait, they carry us through. As soon as they break, give me pressure. As soon as they break, give me pressure. Give me one bottle to cool my temper. As soon as they break, give me pressure. They break again, down what's outside. Somebody they steal and somebody they buy. Somebody they see, but the same person is fine. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities.
Randy, why you taking it?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of crop beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Kiwi, Fruit Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770 617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk. Come on, so go in T20, but put it to EGK. We are living since in
Are you in search of a place you can get quality petroleum products? Well, I got news for you. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated is the company to meet all your petroleum needs. We are one of Liberia's leading importers and distributor of petroleum products on the Liberian market. We are fully capacitated to deliver your petroleum and diesel products anywhere in Liberia. Mayoba and Sons Incorporated, we do rental of dump trucks, tanker trucks, heavy equipment, D8, front loader, excavator. Our clearing and forwarding agency is fast, reliable, and can deliver your goods on time. Mayuma and Sons have improved the quality of reconstituted distributions and importation by financial institutions empowerment. Our head offices are located at the Barnesville Town Hall Junction on Barnesville Road and Freeport Seaport Compound on the Bushwell Island. For more information, call us on cell numbers 0886 512 379, 0777 512 379, or 0777 255 030, or email us mayuba, mayoubahs at yahoo.com, or visit our website www.mayubaliberia.com. Our mission is to keep petroleum on the Liberian market stable, effective, and efficient. Our vision is that our presence be felt in the 15 counties with outstanding commitment. Mayoba and Sons, Liberia's pride.
What happened? Mama, you still do other air? No, let's still boy. Hey, yes, the mama to our pass. I go see what come. Shama, we are only down face.
Oh, what's the plan?
What tablet, piece.
No,
No, stop it. You can't do that. Are you a boy human being? Let me know that roster fee. Let me know that roster fee. You tell human being you're a boy human being. Let's stop the kind of thing. If we catch criminal or somebody commit crime in our community or whatsoever, take that to the law or carry that to the nearby police station and report that to the police. Let the police themselves investigate and find out whether he right or wrong. Yesterday I was coming from Kebab. And brother walk on truck. I said, no, they said the truck hit the motorboat ball. All the motorboat men across the men get and they said they want point the driver in the truck. They're wrong. Let's stop more violence. Maybe the accuser or somebody that you feel are criminal, they may not be criminal. But when you take that to the police station, based upon the police investigation, they will tell you that they may be criminal or not. Please, my people.
Who are you?
You policeman.
Why you mopping?
Yeah, come here. You go to ask me as I do. Yes, you're all right. As I was saying, yeah, let's stop that kind of thing. Take it to the law. You not get one right under the law, nobody right until the law can say you are right or wrong. Please, I beg you, my people.
Who say you?
If I don't who tell you,
So say who?
so say same Zion, the man who care, crime stopper. He don't want to say, I'm gonna tell you, nobody but take the law in the hand. Don't say they say in the market say, same Zion say, don't take the law in your hand. You have to come away. You want it was you who will be the first to attack me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, do. Hey, all it on there. Oh, man, that's not like this for you. I swear to God, what did he say? He's a foxing. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities. Dawa every day activities.
A very warm and pleasant good morning wherever you are joining our broadcast. We want to welcome you to the Thursday edition of the program from the Print News. Like you know, we usually do What's on Your Mind on Thursday, so we're not going to be doing papers today as usual. Good morning, Wendell.
Good morning to you, Esther. Good morning to our many followers watching us on YouTube and Facebook. Good morning to those of you listening, those of you driving, and at the same time sitting in your office and following this edition of the Print News. We want to say a pleasant good morning to you and welcome. All right. Yesterday we told you we were to play host. As a matter of fact, we will be playing host today to Lucining Vanning. Lucining Vanning is he's one of the supporters of freedom. He's based in the US of A, and he runs an online show on Lucining TV. So those of you listening, well, Lucining is in our studio. And together we're going to be discussing wide range of issues. As a matter of fact, like Esther said, this is what's on your mind edition. So we'll give Lucini some time, since he came back home, what are some of the things he observed and what are some of the recommendations he's going to make to national government for the forward march of our country. So you can see Lucini on the camera for now. So we're trying to get him on camera. We're having some tech issues, so we're going to be managing with this camera. So there is Lucini, and we want to cross over now to Lucini. Lucini, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. William, and good morning to
Miss Daku.
Miss Daku, and good morning to the Liberian people. This is your brother. On my show they call me Uncle Luke, but my full name is Lucine Barney, and I live in the USA. I'm also a businessman. I do importation of cars and other goods and services to our country to help our country economy. I've been here for like 2
I'm
weeks.
going to promote your business, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Sorry about that. I got
Go ahead.
to do that. All right, but I've been here for 2 weeks, and the country I've seen a lot of things, and we're going to be making a lot of recommendations. We're going to be saying the good and bad that we saw the past 2 weeks I've been here. But I want to say thanks to the Freedom FM family for informing our people, because back in the US, more people actually listen to Freedom FM based on the information that you guys bring to us, the education and entertainment. A lot of people follow the Freedom FM, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, so
Right.
folks,
So
yes.
I'm kind of concerned. What kind of program is listening into? Because
Lucini is a talk show host. He runs a talk show online,
Okay.
right? Uncle Lou TV. He has, that's the name of Uncle Lou TV. So
okay.
you can log on to Uncle Lou TV and then you will follow Lucini. Similar thing we do here. It's the same thing that he does on his platform.
Okay, so are you a journalist?
No, I'm not a journalist. Actually, I'm not a
You're
journalist.
just interested in topics.
We just
Yeah.
we just call him a political commentator.
There you go.
So, Lucini, you've been back home for the past 2 weeks, all right? And I'm quite sure you've been observing a lot of things since you've been back home. So, let's first speak to the governance structure of our country under the leadership of President Joseph Bouaka. All right, you've been here and you've been away. So let's hear from you. What are some of those issues you notice that you think needs a lot more to be done?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Winner, for that question. It's a wonderful question. You see, Mr. Winner, one of the problems that I really foresee in the present government when it comes to the governance of our country,
Mm-hmm.
I think on the Walker issue, firstly, think that the Liberian people are the decision makers. So even when it comes to appointing people to serve this country, first they had to look at the record of some of these people, their past and present record, and what they're going to be bringing to contribute to the growth of this country. But today in our society, Liberia, politics oversee everything. So in that vein, most of the time people appoint people based on their contribution made to the political party. Once they ascend to power, the only thing they contemplate on now is to be able to do their distribution. And the distribution has to do with the job. That's the first thing people contemplate on. Forget about the rest of the people that actually give them the power.
Mhm.
But my recommendation to Omar Baka has to do with the first thing as a leader you have to look at when people give you a piece of job. You first have to look at the people that give you that job, because they are the employers. And if your employer gave you a job, the first thing you have to be able to know that that job can be taken away from you. If on it, you're gonna be able to fulfill what the employer expects from you.
Mm-hmm.
And these are things that I saw Ome Baraka actually downplaying, because in the Liberian setting is that everything we say is politics. So sometimes what they say to the people, they don't actually follow those things to be able to implement what they say to the people. For example, when he said to the Liberian people that he's going to create a job for young people. I've been in this country for 2 weeks. I interact with a lot of young people, Mr. Winnell. There's no job for young people. So as a leader, and you want to be able to make the difference, the first and foremost thing when you ascend to that power, the people should come first, because that will enable you to be able to function. But if you start downplaying the people that give you the power, what happens? You create problem, and you create situations that you cannot be able to solve. And that's why we see, even come an example with the motorball issue today. Motorball issue should be something that's supposed to be well arranged in the sense that government will be able to generate funding, government will be able to train those young people and give them adequate time where they'll be able to prepare themselves. Even when you talk about insurance, there's a lot of young people, when even the name insurance, they don't even know what insurance stands for. So if you come in to tell somebody about insurance and they don't even know the word insurance, it's like it's like a scam. You're scamming the people. Because the first thing, if you say insurance, there should be somebody that will come and educate those young people. What are their policy? What type of policy they are putting on their motorbike or their cars, so they can know what policies go on their moving equipment. But if these things are not being done, Mr. Winnell, trust me, that's problem. And these are some of the things that are foreseen in our country right now. So young people buying a motorbike, what happened now? They living on the Bujo Island where there's no good road, there's no good sanitation. Even on the road, when you're walking on the road, there's no good fresh air that you can even take in because of the congestion of the road and how bad the road is. So these are things as a government you firstly contemplate on. Because when you put the sanitation of the people first and put their health first, Mr. Winnell, that will enable you yourself as a leader to take that fresh air and be able to think about what are the most essential things to the life of these people. And these are some of the things that are lacking right now in this government.
All right, so let's come to another sticky issue right now as we speak. The staple food of Liberia, which is rice. We've been told by the Minister of Commerce and Industry that from $16.50, we will now be buying rice at a rate of $18.50. So it means that $2 increment. And the other day, the president of Liberia came up and said that there is no increment in rice. So how do you look at that contradiction?
Yeah, it's the same thing that we said when you come into power. You know, like the people always say, Mr. Winnell, that your word, it should be something that you live by. Because when you say something to people, nobody's perfect, but you should try to live by what you say to the people. There is the government that came in power through the means of misinformation. And if you think that yesterday you were telling the people when Becca arrest was $13 in the previous government, right? And you came and say it was too high. You're gonna come and be able to make it lesser than that. And then unfortunately, when you ascend to power, then the price is going up and up. That right there is breach of contract. Because you said to the people that the next man was there, he was hiking the price, which is $13. For example, when the previous administration was there, it was rice was like $13 for 5 good solid years. So when they came to power, they said they were coming to rescue the people to change the status quo. They say that business will not be as usual.
Exactly.
These were the message that the Unity Party people brought to the Liberian people, and the Liberian people gravitated to them and gave them the power. So what is the difference now? You ascend to power, and then you come in to change the staple food that the people dearly love in this country. I thought you said you came to rescue. So when you underline the word rescue, Mr. Winnell, it's like contradiction to this government. But sometimes when we say these things, people say that, oh no, it's politics. But even when you look at it on a bare perspective as a human, you should be able to follow what you say to people, Mr. Winnell. And these are some of the things that Omen Barker is lacking. And even those that surrounding him, they're not there for the Liberian people. They are there to maximize profit. Because look at today, when you look at the importers of rice, they are not actually typical Liberian. These are people from different countries came in this country to maximize profit. So even sometimes when government cannot be able to stand up on their feet and be stronger, They cannot overcome those importers. And that's why when Joshua, our president, he made sure, he said, because of his sake of the people, he would maintain the bag of rice to $13. And it was there for like 5 years. So when you come, you say this 5 years, $13 was wrong, then you should be able to come and make it $10 because you said the $13 was so high.
Exactly.
So if it's $13 and now going to $18, then it's like contradiction. So that alone is a scam to the Liberian people. Because these are people that went under the rain, they were under the sun. God killed some of them motorbike killed some of them in the process of the election. So if you think about those situations as a leader, you firstly try to see the basis need of those people, which have to do with the stable flow of rice. Make sure that those commodity prices are dropped on the market. Even if you cannot put no money in your pocket, but make sure that legacy should remain. When your government leave power, people will say, under this leadership, this happened. Most of the time I get example on child stealer, Mr. Winnell. We say child stealer were the weakest Liberian ever to exist on planet Earth. But during the time of child stealer, we buy back around $300 Liberian. So compare child stealer now with that of people that say they had the expertise, they had the education, know how to be able to liberate this country. And today this country is in a crisis. You travel everywhere, you see challenges, difficulties. 2 days I went to my house when I fell ill of stomach pain. When I went to one clinic right on 12th Street. It was shut down, no electricity. The security guy told me to go back home and come back 7 o'clock in the morning. So in retrospect to me that, I said, these are some of the circumstances that make Liberia are dying on a daily basis. Because when you look at the health sector, it's not revamped. It's not very like built in a same way the common man can be able to rush to the hospital and be treated. So, and if government cannot look at these things that are cardinal to the life of the people, trust me, that government is down to failure. And that's just what I've foreseen happening in this country, Mr. William.
So yesterday we read from one of the local dailies that the government in their 100 days deliverable, they score high marks in road rehabilitation, road construction, and infrastructural development. They score high mark in their 100 days deliverable. I know you live in the States, but you follow everything that pops up here in Liberia. Most especially, we all have access now to the social media. So everything now that is happening in Liberia is being posted on the social media. So let's look at Joseph Boakai 100 days deliverable. What do you make of it? What do you see your 2 weeks being here in Liberia?
Well, firstly, I will first say thanks to the government for maintaining the peace, because that's one of the major things. Because without peace, Mr. Winnell, all what we are doing presently, we won't have the possibility of doing those things.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, peace come with challenging and circumstances. Today, I see people talking about the old man, Joseph Boakai 100 days. He accomplished this and that. But you see, Mr. Winnell, one of the things about our Liberian politics, the dishonesty. It's one of the things that we have to eradicate in our politics. I know politics is not something that people say is perfect, but we have to look at it on a human perspective, Mr. Winnell. Because if you say that this man 100 days, it was something that you can boast of, where we can't see anything, it is saddening for our country, Mr. Winnell. Go to the market today, drive on the road. These are realities. These are realities. And when you're giving achievement on something, it should be based on the realities of what is unfolding in that part of the world or in the country that you reside. So for people to come and say Joseph Boakai 100 days was achievable, was something that is remarkable, it is insane, Mr. Winnell. I'm telling you, it is insane. Because if you go to the typical Liberian, those that are referred to as the ordinary Liberian, that word sometimes really hurt me to refer to Liberian ordinary. So Joseph Boakai now today cannot be referred to as ordinary. He's called honorable man. Those lawmakers are honorable people. But those that gave them their company, now they call it ordinary. It is insane. Just in Boakai 100 days, there was nothing actually that Liberian can actually boast or to say, yes, we achieved something. Go to the RIA, Mr. Winnell. When I reached the RIA, deplorable. My luggage just came, I couldn't even get it the same day. My passport left to the airport for 3 days. The only time I obtain my passport when I talk about calling the American embassy. So these are things that when you talk about accomplishment in 100 days, You're not honest to the Liberian people. Because if the Liberian people are now seeing the business need of that daily life, Mr. Winner, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? If people cannot afford cup of rice, what are you complaining you talking about? If people cannot drive from their home to hospitals, so what are you complaining you talking about? If young children will be dropped out of school, what are you complaining you talking about? If the mother cannot be able to take her child to the hospital and get proper treatment, what accomplishment you're talking about? Because these are the realities. Because today when you go to Redemption, you go to JFK, you go to other clinics around here, you're going to see the reality kicking in, Mr. Winnell. You go to the market, you ask for commodity, tea prices, you will see the reality kicking you on the face. And these are things that we can base our ideas on to say, yes, we accomplished something. And that's why when you see the previous government, when they came in place, for example, they pronounced free tuition. That's accomplishment. Because today, when you look at some of the beneficiaries, they are around here. Mm-hmm. Some of them out of this country. Mm-hmm. That's accomplishment. You can tell me say you accomplished something and people cannot see anything, Mr. Winnell. Drive from Broad Street to Douala. The roads are all deplorable. Go to the hospital. So these things, it's just a mad lie to our people. And I think it is unfair to the Liberian people, Mr. Winnell. Our people deserve better. Liberia deserve better. So as a leader, even if you, that's for example, Mr. Winnell, when I was in school, let me just get this scenario quick. When I went to the US, when I started classes, I found it difficult a little bit because the people system was a little different. So one of my instructors, a female, she came to me and she put another classes that I could go ahead of time to prepare myself for the next courses. She gave me that opportunity. So based on that extra class that she created for me, it gave me the opportunity to be able to catch up with the system, how the system is built over there. So likewise in Liberia, Mr. Winnell, if you come as a government, you care about your people. You use the word rescue. When you look at the word rescue, Mr. Winnell, you cannot be living in the water and you calling somebody that is handicapped to come rescue you from that water. You need somebody that is physically fit, somebody that will be able to come in that water to rescue you and bring you on shore for your life to be saved. That's so rescue. When the government say that they were coming to rescue this country, they're supposed to come and be able to make the business come off commodities on the market for the Liberian people affordable. The sick should be able to go to the hospital and get treated. The children should be able to go to daycare because they are the future leader of this country. But look at the education side. Look at the health sector. All these places, when you go to Mr. Winnell, you see the reality kicking in. And these are things that they will not talk about because they want to be able to come and fool our people. But what's about the old man in Maryland County? Does she understand the 100 days realities? The old man in some part of Sando, does she understand the 100 days reality that you put on a piece of papers? No, she won't understand that. But when you go in front of her, the reality is kicking her right in the face. And that's where good leadership comes from, when you are honest to the people. But this government is not honest to the people, Mr. Winnell. But sometimes when we say it, they say it's politics. They had nothing to do with politics, Mr. Winnell. We have to be honest to our people. We have to put this country first and the people first. And these are things that Joseph Walker government is not doing. So the 100 days accomplishment, I've been seeing here, Mr. Winnell, to be honest with you.
Okay, I see you want to come in. Okay, so let's today we most of the time give the audience the opportunity to speak about those burning issues on their mind, and we have you here, so we needed to divert a little bit to talk about those things that you've been home for the past 2 weeks, those things that you observe. All right, let's before we can move to the phone lines, I want us to look at the violation by this government relative to attorney positions. All right, there were people who were serving attorney positions and they were removed, and they later on took the matter to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court came down and said all of those that were tampered with, those attorney positions that were tampered with, those folks should be reinstated. And just after a day, we saw the president of Liberia coming up with suspension. So let's hear from you, Lucini.
Yeah, and these are the things we know we will continue to say. It is a sad time for our country. And like I always say, leadership should be about trust. People trust you. They trust you with their power. They trust you with their voice. They trust you with their lives. They trust you with their children's future. They trust you with the future of the country. So when you contemplate on all these things, will make you to ponder every time when you're making decision. But you see, the present president, he came to power when he talked about the previous government were not doing nothing perfect, nothing accurate, nothing straight. But just imagine obtaining position, Mr. Winnell, if you are or if you're a leader that want a betterment of your country, if you're a leader that actually want to change for your people, you come to power. The first thing I anticipated from Joseph Yamawaka, Mr. Winnell, when I was in the US was when he took over to unite this country. Last year, the election violence that happened in this country, if Joseph Yamawaka wanted to really make this country to be a better country, even if he couldn't even speak for 10 minutes, he could just be able to call the 15 counties, Mr. Winnell, to unite this country, to unite the young people. That alone could be a plus for him. But because these people come to power now because of them coming to fix this country or to help their people to live better life, they don't contemplate on these things. Come to the tenure of position in this country. That is law. It is in the law that when the previous government appoint people, don't just come because of political relevance or political interest, and just start running after these people. They are Liberians. They are entitled to work in this country. They have the same equal right. And that's why you see previous government, when they came to power, what happened? They said we all are Liberian. Even some people, some citizen that was supporting the president, the former president, they were angry because he leaving Unity Party people in government. But Joshua, we're not looking at that. You were looking at it holistically because Liberia belongs to all of us.
Exactly.
Not because he's the president, so he should come and say, you know what? Let me move the Unity Party people. Let me just bring my sedition or those that support me. No, Joshua, we're looking at it as holistically so that we all can come with our different expertise and ideas to be able to bring this country where our children can wake up and see a better future. At the other time when I went to the park, I couldn't even enter the park because it was jam-packed. So I said, there's hope. Because our children can go over there and be able to rest their mind. All people can go there to be able to take some of the stress that they go through the day. But Joseph Yamawaka came to wish home people. Because if you look at a turning position and you're going after people, removing them, and then the Supreme Court come and file a verdict, and you said to hell with the Supreme Court, I would still be able to suspend the people because I had the power. But you have to think, Mr. Winnell, that power was given to you by these people. You are the employer. The people of this country are the employer. You are the employee. So you have to be able to listen to the people. But if the Supreme Court can pass a verdict and this old man still go beyond and suspend the people, it's a clear indication that it's a sad time for our country. But we said, Mr. Winnell, that this government will not come in to fix this country. This government will not come in to unite this country. And that's why today you're still seeing the angry faces of our people. Some community, when you go, people are still angry with each other. And I don't think these things are necessary, Mr. Winnell. But it comes from the leader. Because if the leader cannot come to say, let's unite, let's come together as one people, let's come together and put our differences aside, what about the ordinary? They will be able to follow their leader. And that's why some of our brothers and sisters said, carry on. But that is my message to the present government. Liberia belongs to all of them, Mr. Winnell. We have to be able to come together and put our political affiliation aside and put the country first, put the people first. Those that have the expertise and ideas, even if they're from the other political party, and you know that they will be able to help your government to succeed, let them be there. Keep them there. Use your idea. Do not bring the political jargon into the governance of our country. Because this is not about you no more. It's about the people of this country. And I think these are some of the things that Joseph Yamawaka is lacking. He's looking at it on the basis of Unity Party. But this had nothing to do with Unity Party. This had to do with the Liberian people. Because the Liberian people, their company is Liberia. They employ him, so you got to listen. If you can't listen, now they're going to be respond to his government.
Okay. So there's the voice of Lucini Vanning.
Yeah,
and
just before we go to the telephone line, listening, let's hear some of your recommendations because you've witnessed what's happening so far in the country. You've seen the response from the people and all of that. What is your recommendation to this government?
My recommendation to the government, one, has to do with bringing the people together.
And we want you to touch the basic areas like education, health, and the basic social services for the people.
Thank you, Mr. Winner. Thank you for that question, my dear sister. It's a wonderful question. My recommendation to President Boakai, one has to do when it comes to the basic commodities of our staple food. Omen Boakai should firstly think that when it comes to the rest issue in this country, it always become problem. So there's no reason that politics should play in when it comes to the staple food of this country. For every government, when you had the opportunity, you should be able to put people that will know the political know-how to go out there and lobby it and create opportunity. Opportunity in a sense where even if you want to be importers of rice in this country, so that the shortage of rice can be minimized in this country, the opportunity should be given, Mr. Winnell. Not just all level demand. Bring your people on board. Bring them, give them the opportunity. They don't have to be a unity partisan. But if you know that this man is a businessman and he will be able to come and change the economic status of our country, give him or she the opportunity. It should not just be based on the political party. When it comes to the health side of our country, I want for just to be able to understand that their health is one of the most important thing in every nation. Because if you myself don't have the good health, we're going to be sitting here. So those areas should be a cutting area that you have to focus on, and poor people that will be able to prioritize those places, Mr. Winnell. Poor people that will be able to say, you know what, I want to import my own medicine into the country and run my own thing because I'm the Minister of Health. Poor people because they support your political party that will come and say, you know what, the people in Bible County, we don't care about that. Some people in Maserati County. Bible County, part of Liberia. The health sector should be an area where people will be able to go to those rural areas. Our people should be attended to. But if you get somebody that coming from, for example, coming from America, and you're putting them just in Maserati County here, and just looking over Maserati County, what's about Selma? What's about Maryland? What's about all these places? I know we have branches, we have people representing there, but we should have somebody that will be having the know-how, how to be able to go across those areas and make sure that the business needs of our health sector to our people are being met. But these things are not happening because people go to these places, they are only seen there for their own benefit. And these are things that Omen Barker should look at. Poor people there that will be able to prioritize the people, because the people matter. The people are the people that give you the power. So because of that, you should be able to make those provisions for the sake of the people. Now on the political basis.
Let's look at education.
The education, that's the basis. That's the future. That's the future. The first 90 days, the first 100 days. I didn't see nothing, no good recommendation that Omen Barker come with compared to the previous government. And like I said from the onset, that is, they came and said to us that the previous government were doing everything wrong. They were coming to rectify and make the correction. So if the previous government was there yesterday and said free tuition, young people, YSV were taken care of. Back then, in the previous government, you could look at the record of the education in our country. It was booming. It was going up. But compared to now, most young people are dropping out because even the free tuition, I don't know how far that have gone. And the present government, we're not hearing anything. Those young people ask their lawmakers to pass in law that free tuition. And up to now, it hasn't been passed. And the government is not doing anything about it.
No free school. Let them pay their school fees.
I know, because that's why they say they want it. You got to say it, and that's school, I don't put eat. But if you say you're going to build a nation, Mr. Winnell, the nation building will be based on the sound mind of the citizen of that nation. But if the mind of the citizen of that nation is not adequate to be able to function, that nation is going to perish. And these are some of the things that we see, Mr. Winnell. And government need to pay attention to these things because the future of this country rests on the shoulder of the young generation that are coming up, Mr. Winnell. So if those young people are not being prioritized right now, they're going to be problem in this country, Mr. Winnell. And these are some of the things that we're seeing happening. So I'm giving my recommendation to Omen Barker to be able to prioritize education in this country. If Justin Omen Barker say he came to rescue this country, let him be able to prioritize young people's future, because that future will only based on education, vocational school, and other skill that will be able to help those young people to come and join the society and be able to contribute in the building of this society.
Thank you very much, Uncle Lou, and He's our guest this morning. We are talking governance issue this morning, so we'll go to the phone lines now. All right. Those of you who have a concern to raise on our discussion this morning, you can do that. All right. But please, we are about to open up the phone lines. If you have anything personal with Lieutenant Vanning, please, we will not allow you to say it yet. All right? Just speak to the issues he raised. That's all we want you to do. If you're mid-flower before, or you were in some kind of darkness before, and you want to come and say, yeah, no, when I allow you. All right, it's 650-104. Let's go to the female line and take our first caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the Print News. We have in our studio Lieutenant Vanning, and he's visiting Liberia from the US of A. As a matter of fact, he runs an online show called the Uncle Lou Talk Show. So what's your contribution? Let's hear you.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Gary.
All right.
I have heard so that thank you that Joseph Walker was able to come to this government or to come to power so that you can see the difference. You know, in this life, my brother, there are times people want to come in certain positions, but they want to see other people ugly and devilish so that people can see that they can be the best or they can do the best. Every time people want to come to power, they will have to. We understand that it was a political setting, or it was a political setting at the time when he wanted to become president. So what you come in with, what is your motive? What is your passion? You're not coming loud or somebody because you talk respect or whatever to not exceed. If you're going to come to power or you think there are going to be no children for this, you got to feed people black. You got to feed people black so that you can come to power. No. Let the Liberian people learn this as of today. Let them learn the lesson. When George his presidency was in power, there are a lot of things that escalated within his trial himself. Only for you to carry you in Jeremiah, put in your action, you put at the boss of the land. What do you think you're able to do for the country that would be better than any other person?
Okay, you say your name? You say your name?
My name is Sene Passaway.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution, Ms. Passaway.
All right, thank you.
All right, so keep the calls coming in. We have our studio guest here to answer all of your concerns. Let's take this person. Good morning. Yes, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. You have to lower your radio volume.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on a vehicle. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so let me get it brief quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think let me say good morning to your studio guest, but I think your studio guest have to be a little bit sincere to the Liberian people. Because for your studio guest to sit on the platform and say that he want to create a government just in 3 months or 100 days, and he's saying all the things that he's saying, I think he's not sincere to his own conscience. Now, there's nowhere in the world, let's be objective, right? There is nowhere in the world you can create a government 100 days like the way the brother is there insincere to the Liberian people. If you want to create a government, let's look at the past government that just left power, the former president, we have the administration. So, the former administration, we are happy in this country that we spoke against, but the former president refused to listen. And you see today this brother coming from America and he wants to sit on his platform and he's speaking the way he's speaking. I think democracy are working like Syria. Former government, the former president, damage this country, and what this president and the government should be there. So if you want to listen to that, you have to be objective, be sincere.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Lucini will answer your concern. We'll go back to him. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah. Morning, Mr. Nelson.
Yes, sir. Good morning and welcome to the Print News. I'm here with Esther and Lucini Vanning. Let's hear your name and where you join us from.
My name is Spence Colley. I come from District Number 6.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Colley. Let's hear you. You have a minute.
Yes, thank you. I think it was all looking at somebody who lived in Nigeria because thank God he came and then I live for him and something going when they are hospital. But think about people who are in labor are going to redemption with yesterday and then cancer. And because of that, a lot of things are starting on the flow routine that they call rescue. So the problem with them left is I don't know. Which type of thing that they want to do, they can see the reality, they see things at all. They know well, the support guy, we now want to see the country for where we are left to get anyway. They know everything was like that. Everything. You get to the street today, and you get Mr. Ningwe, every different defense put a war, and they said here, and they give us a brother to come ahead to the Sudan, so we are going to come back. All I nothing is what I'm doing. You can't say you can have something that nobody is giving impact.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Esther, please put our WhatsApp number on the board so our followers overseas can make their call from that. Let's take this person. Good morning from Liberia and welcome to the show. Oh my God, we lost this person. Okay, let's see whether you can call back and make your point. Let's take this person on the female line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, you have to lower your radio volume. Don't give us feedback, please.
Okay. Is that enough?
Yeah, go ahead. It's much better. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Zeno. I'm calling from the
Let's hear you, ma'am. 1 minute.
Yeah, my concern has to do with the incident occurred to Chekotane. Yes. I want for the government to take serious action. Because it's not a weapon in the mosque in Chekotane. Yes.
What happened there?
It happened I think last week and Tuesday.
Okay.
Land dispute.
Okay.
Yes. The guns that in Jakarta is not for play.
The guns? You said guns?
Guns. Yeah, guns.
Oh, wow.
That's small weapon in Jakarta. The government needs to take serious action. The mosques are there.
This is very serious. All right.
The mosques are in Jakarta there.
Thank you.
That's small weapon they keep it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for on Urban Days. Let's take some more calls. Let's keep the calls coming, and direct your questions or your concern to Lucini. He's going to answer everything you raise on the show. Let's talk to this person. Hello. Okay, this person is not ready to talk, so let's talk this. Take this other person. Hello. Hello,
my brother friend. Wendell, what's up?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for allowing me on your show.
All right, so tell us your name and where you join us from.
Okay, I'm Tom K. Gio, calling from Pennsylvania, United States.
All right, Tom, go ahead with your contribution.
Okay. Wendell. Okay, what I want to say this morning is that, after elections, the country is divided in a way that anything I say to Wendell will get mad again. When they say something to me, I get mad. And all of these things, we experienced them during the past government, like way back at Taylor, when Taylor was president. If you can remember, when Taylor became president, he called all Liberian conference at Hotel Africa or OAU Conference Center.
Yes, I remember.
Taylor called all the chiefs to Monrovia. And they have reconciliation meeting. And that you the country. But this old man, he took over the country. The country is divided. He won 1% of the total vote. And the country is divided. He not even looking in that direction. He not looking in that direction. The other time I saw something on Facebook that they want to go to Lufa for reconciliation meeting. The country divided. You're not looking at the country, you're looking at Lufa. What is that? So until we go back, until the old man reason to go back to those days where he will call a meeting and say, look, we all are Liberians. The war came or the election came, is gone. We should put Liberia first. They should come from here up. Don't say talk Liberia, don't do Liberia, do the one. No, you don't say it on the surface.
Okay.
We need to go back. We need to revisit those ideas.
Okay, Tom.
Thank you for allowing me on your show.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much for your contribution. That was very brilliant from our overseas caller. So you can place your calls. Those of you in the diaspora, you are listening and you want to join the conversation. The WhatsApp line is active. +231 86 500 104. The numbers to call. Let's go back to the female line and take this female caller.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, I'm Tabakia Zulu for only Oro.
Miss Kia Zulu, welcome. Yeah.
Yes. Well, now, this old man, but you know, Nigerian people, we don't like good people. Yeah, this old man can't do anything in this country. Let me tell you. Yeah, he just came to suffer us. He just came to suffer us, steal and suffer us. But only Waka can't do anything. But the Nigerian people, they will get to know. They got a parable, they say you never know the importance of your body, the rapid growth only. Because you're not being able to sit down. That's when you will know the importance of your body. Everyone that went against George Weah in the country, they will feel it with. We all will feel it with, but there will always be more than us. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to New York City and talk to Opomumunambo Nimne. Welcome to the show this morning from Liberia.
Thank you very much, Mr. Winder Nimle. Good morning to everyone and to Sister Queen Esther.
Hey.
I want to first of all say thanks to the studio guest for his deliverables. And people are saying that the government cannot be graded on the first 100 days. While it is true, but the notion they came with and the platform they came with that they are going to rescue the people give a signal, give a high hope to we the Liberians that, oh yes, we will be rescued. But then seeing 100 days deliverable cannot be up to 60% or 70%, it brings a different things to mind. That we are heading for something different. And so the government has to do something. Everything is not about politics, but if your 100 days is not up to 70%, then it brings something different. And you can see the noise that are going on in the country. So the government has to do well. They have to improve. Thank you for the show, and thank you for everything.
Thank you very much, Opomumunambo Nimne from New York City. Thanks for your contribution. Let's come back to the local lines and take some local calls. This person, good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. This is William Son of Student Leader, and I join you from the River of Liberia.
Welcome to the show.
For your topic. There's understanding of a president has still a Liberian people. And what we are seeing is that he has not policy in terms of free tuition and work. That was what to call OTT. That the Liberian people, children, were given an opportunity to be accommodated as an volunteer in the mass. They were taking terms of infrastructure development, in terms of internet facility, in terms of buses, and what have you. Those were the arguments better for us to accept the policies on ground because it eliminated economic constraint on the masses of our people. So we appreciated the government of that. The issue that has to do with quality, the arguments were right. Right now, as we speak, there's no internet, there's no infrastructure development to access most students. Today, they have minister interest, and they will allow 50,000 students at the end of the day, more than 1,000 students in work out at the past because there's no accommodation, there's no infrastructure development. These are the constraints. One on your back, 4 months or 4 months now, there's no policy prescription towards the education sector. Especially now, in the value of a premier institution of learning, there's been no impact. What is the quality that we're talking about? And for us, we are sitting, we're watching them. We are watching them. The semester is about to end. The next semester, we want to see internet facility in the sector of the new party government. Any attempt with the so-called 32, the $1 million project that they are we will determine what we want for that campus as a student. We will determine what internet facility, both campuses, the new campus, and the center campus. Buses, what they are run upon to purchase their own buses. Over the years, the Novella Bureau has said all to purchase their own buses. They took the crew of the city government that there's no minimum impact by giving 2 buses. So it's insufficient because the government has never constrained. You know what it means to say 120,000 students will go to school free and across the country, one student, one go to 75,000 students, government taking out money. So we appreciate the city government on that policy.
Okay.
On the student community.
Okay.
What policy?
Thank you.
Everything we want from the city for the middle party. And I feel not to provide quality on that campus. Party to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Willem. Let's take another person. This caller. Good afternoon. Yeah, your line is terrible. We can't continue with you. It's kind of terrible. Good afternoon. We have to cut this person off too. All right, don't give us feedback. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name, sir, and where you join us from?
This is Edmond Khan. I'm calling you for 55. Let me say hi to Lieutenant and welcome to Liberia. To say kudos to you guys. If all the guys in the past would have followed their footsteps, I need to flag the issue that confronted the national economic and the necessary steps who could have been in the war. So me say hi to you. You know we are in a mess. You know, because somebody is jumping at us talking about no government can do 80-100 days. Who opened their mouths to make a declaration? You say you could have waited your 100 days to see if a rule that would be impossible, that would be possible for us to use. You say you could have reduced the rate spread 300 days. You said it because you forced it to say it. You said it. So then here we are in rate issue that we are saying that we know we'll be going to a crisis. Because when the important people happened that they needed to ask some money up because of increasing rent and all of those things. Government needs to have a joint negotiation with them instead of you getting rent and walking away from the meeting and saying that the rent price remain as it is. And it's not happening. Everywhere you go now, there are different prices of the rent on the market. Your government minister come out and make a declaration. After the president come out, then the same president ministers are host the mayor come out and say they were not sanctioned by the government. They were not sanctioned by the government. How come you, the mouthpiece of the government, hold the government minister to make a declaration? What if you want to get a backlash from the Liberian people? He jumped by saying he want to have a meeting with the rest. People don't wait until it was funny. After the government minister made a declaration, that should have been a policy statement for the government. Then the following day, you say the president want to have a meeting. What meeting for you calling for? Well, you guys are already sanctioned the $18 deficit. Okay? But the only thing they will do, that will remain of all the policies that were put in place by joint we are concerning the Liberian people. Free information to the president of Liberia. Once he pays rural construction, subsidize the rights, you talk about agriculture. Yes, we include agriculture. But they did dry door streets.
Okay.
But we will be eating for the door to get dry with you.
Okay.
So we need to make sure that we put this guy so that at least rest can be around for big shopping to hit the country.
Thank you.
Coming all around the country now, there is different pricing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Edmond. Let's talk to Aliyu Masale, and then we bring Gus in. Aliyu, welcome to the show. You're calling us from Maryland, USA. So welcome to the program.
Thank you. Yeah, and the family, of my brother there, Lucini Valley. And the first thing we expected from this Unity Party government, more especially Mr. Bankai, was to reconcile this country. You see, because you saw all those electoral violence that went on in the country, and as a president, when you took over, the first thing we expected this president to do was to see how to reconcile the country, how to put us back together. Never forget about election, all those things happen. Yes, everybody want power, you're supporting your candidate. But it's not the president don't even say have a portion. He don't even care to see how the country is heavily divided. And to the rest issue, where are those Liberians that sat in America here? They were all on class, we know they're all on school. Therefore, our people are suffering. They can't even say a food to get a stable food in Liberia. They can't even afford to get rent. Georgia is suffering our people. Where are they today? Everyone are suffering now. Anything that happens in Liberia, it also happens to us here. Because we get our people there. They will say we'll make the irresponsible and incompetent government, our people will suffer. You see, there are people in Liberia, they voted for Unity Party here, they voted for CDC here. But today, see what is happening in the country. You people carry the campaign message that he was president. We have who are suffering the Liberian people by increasing respect. So that Joseph Wakaki, while the respect cut down to $10 today, they will be $18, $50, $20 to $1. What is the meaning of rescue? If you went to school when people say they say, oh, the politics, this and that, what's the meaning of rescue? Is that the meaning of rescue? This is so sad for our country. Joseph Wakaki, please use your experience. Say your thoughts. Think. Reconcile our country. If you reconcile our country, even when the country is happy, people will like you. If you just get the country and have the first thing, get back in your closet, think about reconciling Liberia, put us back together. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Gus. Let's bring Gus in to greet the audience, and then we can go to Esther to read the comments. Gus, welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello, Gus Palmer. Glad to be here.
All right, so Esther, let's get the comments. Then we'll come back and maybe we can hear from Gus. Gus, we have Lucina Vanning. We are playing host to Lucina Vanning, who is visiting Liberia from the US of A. All right, so Esther, let's get the comments and then we'll go back to Gus.
All right, from the comment section this morning, we see Juja Warren says, good morning, my Freedom family. I'm following live from Johnsonville. SG Popino Small says, good morning to you all and to Freedom family. And my beloved country, Mama Liberia. I'm watching from Lower Virginia, Hotel Africa, rural Montserrat County. Darlington Rose says, good morning. Rose Russell says, good morning, guys. Po Nwambo Nimlen says, good morning. Good morning, brother Nimlen says, Daku. I'm joining you guys live from the world's capital, New York City. And Opo Mwambo Nimlen again says, the time is 7:11 a.m. in the capital of the world. Jeremiah Weah says, good morning. I join you guys from Lower Carisborough, Fender, Blacktown District.
And
Montserrat.
Let me just hold you there. Those of you watching us outside Montserrat, you can drop a comment there on our live or tell us the price of a bag of rice to where you are. Right. All right. So we want to know, we want to compare and contract. So just let us know. Okay. So we have Jackson Rue Williams says, good morning, guys. God bless you for your everyday updates. Kids of the Double G says, watching from Baltimore. Philippi Flomo says, good morning, Freedom family. I'm watching you guys live from Complex City in my county. Gus Coleman says, okay, we have my Huri's Chelsea Soiree. He says, good morning, Freedom Radio Liberia. Welcome, listening, Vani.
Joe
I think that
Buaka.
Mahou Chelsea Soiree is a female.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
Lucini Vani, Joe Buaka and his gangsters are the country problem, but we are here watching how things go. KP Counter first says, good morning, my friends and family. Mahuri Chelsea Soiree against us watching from Congo Town. KP Counter first, okay, it's an emoji. Elisha V. Sherman says, good morning. I'm watching you guys from Todman, Bowman County. Philip B. Flomo says, where's their achievement in 100 days? Small 10%. Jupiter Culture says, stupid Liberian. Melvin Carter says, so we only have two of we are appointing government now. The leader from NAFA and the central bank director. Jupiter Jupiter again says, you changed the country name from Liberia for Isa to Jacob. I think for Isa to Jacob. Okay. Melvin Carter again says Mr. Braga opened up the market for ordinary Liberians to bring in rice. Duarte says good morning from Minnesota. Let them pay their own school fees. These ungrateful people. Keep it controversy says this caller is delusional not to know by now that this government is not operating properly. And Progress Rita Johnson says during Weah's regime, United Partisans were Hima's CCTV. Now it's JMB's regime and seditions are Hima's CCTV. Then UPS want to respond Tabata. And Mary Tule says, good morning. My Freedom FM family, I'm following from District 13, New Georgia Estate. Progress Orita Johnson again says Melvin Carter and other ordinary Liberian will be stationed and Army Mudad. And Jeremiah Fassis says, did you okay, I don't understand what this person is writing. And Michelle Dukes says, watching from Minnesota. Augustine Gifler says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm following up from Manola, Delaware, USA. I hope I pronounced that country well. Evelyn Eldena says, good morning from Philadelphia. Teresa Davis says, good morning, my Freedom family. I'm watching from Brewerville. Stanley Sharif says, good morning to the peaceful citizens of Blue Hill Town, Packard District, Grand Cape, my county, Western Liberia. Thanks for the update. And price of rice in my hometown now is 4,500 Liberian dollars. Grand Cape, my county. And Teresa Davis says, I bought rice for $4,450. Stanley Sharif says this criminal broker, Mr. Kosovo, the big calamity to Liberia. And Rebecca Salem said we are getting there. Stanley Sharif again says congratulations, Mr. Kosovo of Liberia for legalizing corruption in Mama Liberia. So far, so good. These are all of the comments we have.
All right, so we can take Gus. Let's bring Gus in a few minutes, and then we'll come back to the phone lines.
Hello. Hey, Lucini, welcome to the country. I know I haven't been there in a while. Yeah, I mean, I was just listening
Don't
to
say
you guys
welcome.
this
Don't say
morning.
welcome because you're not yet. Don't
But
say
I
welcome.
mean, I
Hey
still
man,
come from far
once,
away.
once we hear for Gus. Gus,
Yeah.
welcome to man. We here for you.
Long story short, again, the rights issue. You know, I like one of the callers one of the people commenters said, CDCNs were CCTV or UPS was CCTV. Now CDCNs are CCTV.
CCTV.
You know, this is why you have to be balanced. Because in life, let's be honest, you're gonna be for and you're gonna be against. And if you can't just live your life, and this is why I tell Liberians, we can't live our life all of the time just putting ourselves in the box when our country is not moving forward. The truth here is this: we have not resolved this problem. This government, yes, they came with all the promises, they haven't done it. But we Liberians now have to put the pressure on this government to take care of it. Just like some of us, put the pressure on our own president. Because, again, in the end, if it's not resolved, the next person that comes in will have to deal with it. But who ultimately suffers is the Liberian people. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why these Lebanese and Syrians or whatsoever are running our economy. like that, especially our staple food. Look, the government right now, and we said this on the president, we had too. Don't give him no damn money. Go ahead and buy rice and let Liberians go and become wholesalers. The government can invest the same amount. Those people are getting rich off of us. The government can invest if the Liberian government go ahead today. I don't care what anybody say, free market and this and that. At some point, for us to get to free market, we need to make sure our people are living. The government, Joseph Boakai, if you are listening, be radical. Go ahead and take the first $50 or $100 million. Let's buy rice and influx our market with rice. Make sure Liberians are going and buying rice and becoming wholesalers in the country. Sooner or later, that cartel will be broken down. If they want to continue to make money in our country, they will have to succumb to what the government wants. But if the government just continue to sit back, these people come in and do this and say whatever they want, we ain't going nowhere. Somebody will have to take the bull by the horn. Hopefully, Mr. Boakai, again, at 80 years old, Mr. President, what do you have to lose? Leave some kind of legacy. Mr. President, do this for the Liberian people. Buy plenty of rice. Let's put these people out of business so our people do not have to stand in line. This is my plea to y'all, though. If y'all do this, hopefully we can get rid of this rice issue. Because I tell you this, if we do this, what we would do is this. We will create Liberians that are being wealthy in that country. And that is so important. We keep forgetting about this. As long as these people are the only one making the money, that money does not stay in Liberia. We saw what happened from 2025 to 2017. Liberia has so much money. That's why everybody used to say, oh, President, anytime we were doing good. You know why? Because you had Mill, you had all these people, all that money was coming. You know what? They go back home, by the way. They would take that money with them. But if Liberians are truly getting rich, not government officials, because we know what the government officials will do. They will go ahead and build a whole country around their mother grave or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Their house will be fancy. That's all they're going to do. Right. But ordinary Liberians become rich. They're able to take care of their family. Gus Koma is able to take care of his family because Gus Koma has been given the opportunity to be able to go to work every day and make ends meet. And that's why I'm able to do the things I can. I'm asking the government to do this for our people so our people can have a chance to be successful themselves instead of these Lebanese and Syrians and all these other people that come and control our economy. Thank you.
Thank you. So we can squeeze in a few more calls. Let's take 5 more calls and then we come back to Lucini to respond to some of the callers. And then
hey, I'll be back because I'll be back. My reception is bad in the building. I'll be back. I'm just gonna.
Okay. All right. So let's take this person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, you are live on Freedom Radio, the Print News, and we are playing host to Lucini Vanning. Tell us your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, my name is Tamasha.
I don't want to cut you off because I know how difficult it is to get through the line, but if you can reduce the volume of your radio, then we'll have to let you go.
Yeah, I'm far from the radio.
All right. I was getting feedback, but I think it's better now. So go ahead and make use of your 1 minute.
Yeah, I want to extend my profound gratitude to your guest in the studio. I have to say here this morning, I want a former EPS personnel.
Okay.
Yeah, as Lucini said, the way the government acted to some of us, it was very terrible. We were arbitrary this, and we are asking the government to pay off.
You say you're asking the government to do what?
Let the government pay off.
Oh, the government should pay you off.
Yeah, let the government pay off. We don't want to work again. Let them pay our money.
So why have the government call you back to work?
If they call us to work, we don't want to work. If they set her up,
So true.
government don't want you, you leave. As long as they terminate you, you leave. They should be able to settle you off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. And
Thank you, sir.
you struck a very important point. He doesn't want to go back before he gets set up. So
Yes,
true.
sir.
Thank you. Let's take this person. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the Print News.
Yeah, welcome to Esther Governor Studio. Yes.
Welcome to the show, Vamaya Fofana. Welcome, my dear friend and brother.
Yeah, good Lord, thank you very much. I don't know what they say on my mind is the police director got to put a highway patrol on the road for your partner. They put taking away our person, our citizen every day. When they put the car, they put the person in the trunk, the car is lacking. That's been going on for the past few months. It's not correct when the citizens are doing that. Because car failure, you put somebody to a car trunk for your partner, for your car, it's very, very wrong. It's not correct.
Okay.
The police director needs to make sure the highway is better than do that work. And part of the real issue, what happened in Kabaka is, I don't know why the put me to the situation is when you run and who are you? This is just start rule there and put on the whole Kabaka, they all standing for all they want. What they put there today, part of the rest of the stable for that floor. Why they don't call you to see on the stable wall? Why you can't send someone if we can't send you walk on the meeting? That's who there. Some of them smell of proper like this, but it's not correct. I don't know about the girls who are there. I'm talking about the police there. I'm talking about the police there. Those compliments are not let you put one of the performance of all of them. We're going to have to put out on the video like 18%. Then they have only came out to say, oh, you have to go somewhere with the red zone. Try to live here for the afternoon, then the red zone, no stable for around the red. The red zone, chicken soup, pepper, everything going up. What kind of country we are in so?
Thank you, listening. Thank you. Let's talk to Pop Toba. Pop Toba, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, with that. How are you this afternoon?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. And let's have your say on the show. Your name first. And
Toba. Last night I called you because I couldn't get to every winner.
Oh, I saw a missed call from you, but I was very deep in sleep. I woke up middle of the morning and I saw your missed call.
This Thursday, the 20th of this month, what I want to say today, I bet that we are the same age. What David representative and Luther Tappe, we don't want the country to say that group people. Because Luther Tappe and they say is Levy and Richard want to play with the nominated district. And at the first district chair, I'm speaking to you, the whole world, to hear me well. The Richard will defy us, we the elders of that borough, to bring Robert here for endorsement. That day, Babu will defy the Kula. I'm talking to you directly. It was even the coup on that because Friday want to knock all the street of the borough from even St. Paul Bridge all the way to Newcastle. But yesterday he had an emergency meeting with us. But if Ricky won't play with us as the elder, he will see himself whether he come or he brandy now is so. Then that day, then Labia will be different. Thank you, may God bless you.
Amen. That's the voice of Pop Toba. Well, folks, because of time, we have 6 more minutes. And so we can just squeeze in maybe a call and then we go back to our studio guest. Let's talk to this person. Hello?
Good afternoon,
Yes, good afternoon.
Let me say, according to your colleagues in the U.S., I mean, man of the West Union, preferably Seattle, the internet as part of the number 14. Well, what is on my mind this afternoon is to inform Mr. Walker that this country is not successful. And Nigerians are not his toy that he just play with.
and our rep issue in the country is not taken for granted. Mr. Bwaka was elected on the mantle of rescuing the country. In less than 4 months of his government, things prices are getting too high, and the worst of people miss our table, which is the right. Now, if he doesn't know the history of the right, probably he's forgetting on full his eyes to his one and the rest of his government officials not to play politics with his right. Why they want to subsidize the rights? They want to subsidize importers for as long as they want or they don't want to. There should be a medium plan, and so they will be able to alleviate
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's take this person as our last caller. We hope this caller will be brief because we don't have time. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Rebecca. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Esther. Thank you so much. Thank you, my own brother, Hussein from the States. We are getting there and we are trusting God for everything. You know, except we Liberian, we change our mindset. Except we change our mindset, because what is going on in this country right now is so scary. And it puts stress on us, we who on this side. I know the other day on the show, you were telling me, Rebecca, you send money for the people to buy rice. Buy rice is not a thing, but it's so stressful. So stressful. And our people, the decision that they made, we were telling them, Rome was not built in one day time. It took a gradual process for the country to get on track. Liberia is also, when you just cut winner and you go to the hospital, they can give you the station. But it is so still on you for years and hair growing around it. That's so nobody can stitch it. You go to the hospital, they got to start cleaning around our soul. All those hairs that grow around our soul, you got to strip everything, go for the dead skin.
Okay.
To clean it before you make that so fresh, before you start putting medicine on it. So like that, when the soul get you like that, you will see that scar there. And that the scar, you will be telling people, oh, I used to have the soul on me. But it took years. I couldn't get killed. And this is where Liberia was getting. It's where the country was getting. And we keep our mindset, that kind of jealousy. This, excuse me for leaving it, it's one of the things that's suffering us today. Liberia can be a business person to bring in income in our country. But when your friends start selling something, you don't want to support. We don't support one another. It's why getting up to where we are. Go to Ghana, go to Nigeria.
Okay.
Go to Guinea. I was in Guinea. Go there. You go in the Guinean market. And you can't speak that in Guinea Pele because they learn it in school. You go back, they change the press on you. But thank you for the show, brother. We are getting there.
Thank you. Let's go back to Lucining. We don't have time in our favor. So we have 2 more minutes to wrap up. You can make use of the 2 minutes, and then we close. So let's hear you. You listen to all of the callers.
Yeah. There were so many good points that were stretched out there by the caller. Mr. Wendell, that's why you say the time is almost elapsed. But you see, I will just grab few points here that some of the callers make. Like the UPS personnel, when he talk about government should pay them off. You see, Mr. Winnell, when you look at security, when you look at the security side of a country, it's one of the cardinal side of any nation. When you temper with those people, it's like you temper with the peace of that country. These people are people that can create anything, they can build anything, so you don't play with them. But because that is Africa, that is Liberia, people play with these guys. Imagine people take people from job and you don't pay them. They can even sue the government. They can get on the street. They can create problems. And the government you're talking about, there will be nowhere for you to function as a government. But there is Liberia. So we call on the Mabwaka government to be able to pay attention to the men and women that were trained by Liberian people tax money. To pay attention to them. They are Liberians. They are entitled for what they work for. They're not begging. And coming to another caller that he made one important point here that had to do with the concern of Liberians that can go to the hospital that doesn't have the money to afford medical attention. What is that saying in this society? What is that saying in the Joseph Nimabwaka government? The few days I've been here, I've seen more than 3 deaths in the community that I stay in Cinco. 3 deaths. A 13 years old little boy mother take him to the hospital. And they said they couldn't touch him because his mother didn't have no money. The time she tried to go back home and try to get her money, when she came back, her son was there.
Oh.
Wow.
In front of me, the pastor left right in front of me, Mr. Winner, right on 10th Street. She came back crying. But those that in government, these things cannot happen to them because they had the possibility to go to the US, they had the possibility to go to Nigeria, travel outside for medical attention. But what's about the old man in Maryland County? What's about the Opa East Sino, Grand Jide, and all the 15 counties? What's about these people that live in the villages and town where there's no connection of roads? What is their stance? What is their government? What is the rescue for them? I just remember contemplating about them. I hope you're listening to your station so that he can be able to take some of those recommendations and come to the food security that Mr. God says. If the government can look at 100,000 to buy a single car from the United States to bring it in this country, how difficult it is to be able to put millions of dollars into the importation of rice into your own country. Why Lebanese got to control your economy? Why the Indian got to control your economy?
Okay.
So we call on the government to be able to invest into the Liberian people. Because if the Liberian man is a millionaire or the Liberian woman is a millionaire, then Liberia have getting their own millionaire. So I want to say thank you to the opportunity, Mr. Winnell. Thank you to you people for giving me the opportunity to be here. And we cannot come here to be able to make the case for the Liberian people because we all have the right to be able to stay in this country and live peacefully and live in a good and healthy society. So thank you for the time.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of Lucini Vani. Well, folks, I want to say thanks to all of you for being a part of today's edition of the program from the Pre-News. God's willing, we are back here tomorrow on the throwback. But just before we go, let's quickly have you informed. Let's quickly have you informed that the Tunis family would like to inform you that the 40-day ceremony for our beloved brother Mohammed Hamid Tunis, who passed away on the 17th of April, is scheduled for Sunday, May 26th at his Chocolate City Mansion residence in Gardnersville. All family members and friends are invited. The ceremony starts at 2 p.m. For inquiry, call Nene Hamatu Masale on cell number 077-076-8719. And this announcement was brought in by Suleiman Hashim Tunis of Radio LRB for the family. And the Samoa and Pele families regret to announce the death of their mother and sister, Madame Mole Samoa, in her 96th year. This occurred on Monday, May 13 at about 8:26 p.m. at her son's residence, Henry F. Samoa, in Gardnersville, New Georgia. And the remains of Madame Mole Samoa is currently deposited at the Simosis Funeral Palace, pending funeral arrangements. And the family are currently meeting at the home of her son, Mr. William F. Samoa Jr., on Dupo Road, Painesville. And this announcement was brought in by her sons, William F. Samoa Jr. of the Telecom International Alliance, Henry F. Samoa of the International Bank Liberia Limited, and South Samoa of the Liberia Revenue Authority for the family. Thanks for listening to the program from the Pre-News. We'll be here tomorrow.